Yo, is good. So, got a trade recap today. I've been debating like, yo, do I switch to NQ and like ES, bro? I don't know. I'm just like be thinking about this, cause bro, forex is like I don't know. Like I saw a video, I was like, bro, if you're trading forex in the big 2025, you're like not doing good in life. But yeah, so I took two trades today. I know it's not ideal. I usually take one trade, and honestly, I should stick to one trade because the second trade I took was an L, but the trade was valid. It was good. So let me just go over it. Let me just go over the one that I didn't take a trade on. So like this is the bro. Oh my god, bro! It's like this is the trade that I should have taken because it hit all the targets. But I mean, this would have gone stopped out as well. So I don't really know what I'm saying, bro. That was a bit. I shouldn't have yelled that out. But anyway, so the 4 hour was bearish coming into market open on GBP JPY. Now on the 30 minute, I was looking for the London highs to get taken. However, after market open, we did have a far push down, so I was like, yo, maybe this won't happen. So I was kind of prioritizing GBP USD and Euro USD as they were moving quite similar, and I just like their setups better. So, yeah, market opens, we push way lower, so I'm like, I kind of lose hope, but we ended up moving higher and coming into the London high. Now we do not take the absolute high, but we formed this inverse value gap. So maybe could have entered something off of that. Stop loss above here, but again, I wouldn't gone stopped out up here before making the final move. So we ended up actually needing to take out the absolute high to then make the move downwards. But yeah, pretty decent setup. What emotions were I feeling? Well, when I saw the target get hit, I kind of like felt like mad at myself for not taking this, but then after looking at it deeper, I was like, bro, I wouldn't have stopped out on this too. So it's good that I didn't take 3 steps today because I was actually thinking about it, but never. I just fought the urge and just like I was thinking like, bro, this is actually like I shouldn't be doing that, right? I don't want to like put too much risk on the table. So yeah, I didn't take anything, but yeah. So now this one was I also took a trade on Euro. This is the like one of the trades I took, Euro USD. Now I feel like this was a good trade to take because the 4 hour was bearish, bearish, closing below this low, and we had basically filled in this entire gap. So, um, yeah, didn't really have this gap as like a big confluence for me. So, just following what the 4 hour like break of structure, inverse for value gap kind of thing was saying. So, I was looking for the Asian highs to get taken because the London highs were down here. Wasn't really like that much of a focus for me. So at market open, like pre-market, like 5 minutes before market open, we actually take out the absolute high, and then we start moving ways down. So at this point, I was feeling like, bro, I hope we don't like break structure. I hope I don't miss an entry. I hope I don't like mess up or anything. And because we had two fair value gaps here, I was kind of like weary on entering because, for the last couple like trades, I've been realizing like, bro, I have been getting like fair value gaps have been like being been bro what am I fair value gaps have been fair value gaps have been like more like strongly held than like before. It's like not than before. It's just I've been noticing it more, and if I notice, I feel like it's something like different. Like, bro, we've been respecting fair value gaps like a bit too strongly now. Like if the bias was there, if the liquidity was taken, we would ideally and most likely conform to that bias. So we would be inversing gaps. We would be disrespecting the opposite bias, and we would be showing the proper bias. Like we wouldn't be respecting these fair value gaps. We would be disrespecting them with like conviction. But lately it's been like, bro, we've just been like seeing a fair value gap and then moving away, and it's just been all over the place. Like we went like that. So it's like not the best, right? But yeah, after we inverse this gap, I was willing to look for a potential entry, and so I did. What did I look for? We inverse this gap to the downside with a pretty large candle to the downside. So wait, what the hell? But I was looking for like some continuation. We pushed past 5 minute equilibrium here, and now that I realize it, we did not actually hit 15-minute equilibrium. It looked like we did. It really did. Like I swear this looks like 15-minute equilibrium, but I was not using my brain, and I realized that this 15-minute equilibrium was from before. So I thought I used this as the continuation, thinking that it already hit. So then I was willing to enter off of, because we were already in 5 minute bearish. We were already in 5 minute bearish order flow. So I was just looking for a 1 minute confirmation to the downside because we were 1 minute bullish. So yeah, we inverse these gaps to the downside, and I was willing to enter off of that. And now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't have entered it because one, it was the second entry, and two, I was mainly playing off the emotion of like thinking like, yo, because I was already in the GBP USD trade. I was thinking like, yo, if GBP USD is going to go down, then Euro USD is going to go down, and I'll be able to make so much money because I'll be like, not even money, I'll be able to make so much percentage. I'll be able to make a gain on my account, and yeah, it ended up getting stopped out. So I probably should just stick to one trade a day, because this was, and I mean, I did de-risk on this. I only risked 0.5 of like 0.5%. I usually risk like 1.5 or 1. So I did a risk on this to make sure I wasn't playing off of that. But I feel like still in the back of my mind, I was still thinking of the potential to have a double winning day. And yeah. Now this is the trade I took first, GBP USD. The setup looked beautiful at the time, but like I just got edged, bro. Like very much edged. So the 4-hour was bearish on coming into market open, closing below this low down here. So now on the 30 minute, we took out the Asian highs pre-market. So I was looking for some sort of like confirmation continuation, and I did that by looking for this like, cool, I'll just get to it later, but we took out the Asian highs, and then I'm looking for a confirmation to the downside. So we break structure to the downside here, but we do have this fair value gap. This is why I prioritize GBP USD over Euro USD, because Euro USD had those two fair value gaps, and I wanted to see both of them get inverse before entering. But GBP USD only had one fair value gap, so I was willing to end. I was like more convinced on entering with GBP USD. Now we break structure to the downside. We're already in bearish order flow, so I was just looking for like confirmation of this fair value gap, because this fair value gap was holding up here. So I wanted to see it get inversed. We almost inversed it here, and at this point I was kind of scared because I was going to miss my entry. Then we didn't inverse it on my MetaTrader, but we held it like here. Like we inversed it here, but we never, like, it didn't on my MetaTrader. And then boom, we have a move to the upside, and I'm like starting to panic. I'm like, why are we moving like that? Why are we doing that? But you know, it was all good. You know, I was just I tried not to freak out, and I tried to just stay patient, and we ended up finally inversing that gap to the downside with this candle here. Got a pretty good entry, stop loss above the high, and boom. So I had my TP1 at a 30-minute low, I believe, or no, it was a 15-minute low. This is a 1.25R, I believe. Yeah, 1.28. So this was my ideal target. We moved down, but on the 1 hour we had a fair value gap. This is what I mean, bro. Like if we had true conviction, we would have ran through this fair value gap, but we respected it and just kept on bouncing around. So I was in this trade for way longer than I wanted to, and because we couldn't like manage to break, because we came to this low and then we came to it again, and then we went all the way into drawdown, I was like, bro, fuck this shit. I'm gonna put an alert here. I'm gonna take partials off of here, because at the time also I was kind of like revengeful, because I wanted to like make back what I lost on the day. I wanted to go like on to like break even for the day. So I was like really focused on trying to get break even. So I was like, bro, as soon as I get to a one, bro, what am I even trying to say? As soon as I get to a 1-to-1 risk reward, I'm just, bro, why does my computer do that? As soon as I get to a 1-to-1 risk reward, I'm going to take 50% off and just call it a day, break even, and see what the hell happens. Little did I know, this was the best decision I could ever made, because we bottom ticked this thing, and then we ended up reversing and getting stopped at our break even, and nothing else happened. Bro, I don't know why, but like I was actually getting pissed, bro. I was like, how could we be moving sideways the entire time? Euro USD was moving sideways the entire time too. GBP JPY was the only one that moved good, and I would have gone stopped out even if I entered. So I'm like getting finessed, bro. Like the market makers are like, I'm getting bent over by the market makers, and they're putting their liquidity on me, bro. Like, it's not good looks, man. I'm thinking of I don't know if I should switch to like freaking NQ and ES, like freaking everyone else. Maybe forex should be left behind in the big 2024, and I should be moving on to futures in the big 2025. You know what I'm saying? Cause bro, what is this, bro? I was like, I felt good. I was like excited. I was like, I followed my plan fully. I was patient, and everything worked out. And in the back of my mind, I also did put the expectation that I would be able to win, but that was not the right thing to do. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that I was like confident, but we weren't moving. Like, you know, there are past examples of price moving like properly, but it's like, bro, what the hell is this, bro? Okay, that was brain rot. But I was like, yo, we have to at least come to here, but we never ended up doing it. So I just deleted this take profit, and I was like, this is going to be my next take profit, because I took 50 prematurely. Because I took it at like a 1-to-1, like something like this. Yeah, I took it like right here. So that was my trading day today. 2 trades. Emotional roller coaster, bro. I was actually getting rage bait. Like, I was actually like dying, bro. I was doing anything I could to prevent myself from like doing anything to trade. And that's a good thing that I like didn't do anything to trade. Because if I moved to break even, I wouldn't have stopped out, and I would be on a loss for the day. If I took partials off, I would have only made a little bit, and I wouldn't have made the full amount. Like, I wouldn't gone break even the day. So theoretically, what is good about today is I followed my trading plan. Like I didn't modify like I was so tempted to do some random shit to the trade. I was so tempted to do all these stuff, and I was doing whatever I could, bro. And like at the same time, it's not good because I started scrolling on TikTok. I was like lustful. I was trying to do all this different shit, but it prevented me from doing that. But I can't get into that habit, bro. I gotta just freaking kill off that dopamine hit like that I always need, bro. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Bro, my forehead acne is so bad, bro. But I feel like my sheesh, is he light skinned? Damn, I got a university orientation coming up soon, bro. I think I'm pulling the huzz. Nah, if you're worried about the huzz, you worry about the wrong thing, cuh. But sometimes I be getting lonely, bro. But um, yeah. Oh man, sometimes I wish I had a girl, but I feel like I'd have better experiences with a girl when I'm rich. But I really want to buy a car. But yeah. See you later. I need to buy some milk.